Hello, it's time for yet more Amity Airfield. We're doing reasonably well in terms of guest cap. Let's not get too complacent, because that can go wrong very, very quickly. So let's build some more roller coasting track. Now, this, just going to extend this path out here. So let's just pop this. I think this could probably go under here. And then join up here with this path here. So, and there we go. Straight put some benches on that. Let's the guests get around there. And yes, there's some more roller coasters. And really, just our handymen aren't keeping up, are they? And they're really, so you can see they're struggling here. And let me just do some micromanagement with this one. No, I just popped them on the grass. Oh, there we go. There's a handyman. They are eventually getting around here, but not to the level that I want. Anyway, I want to build some more coasters, so I'm going to build. Notice we've got the Twister coaster. The Twister coaster is just a fantastic all-round coaster. And so, yes, and so, and it's because it has a component. That's an incredible component, which just makes it so good. Which is, if I just do this. And then launch lift hill. So I'm just going to put a couple of tiles of that. And then turn this round here. I'm going to go around here. You see, this launched lift hill just lets you have so almost overpowered because this little lift hill will give this a huge amount of actual speed. Now, can I get a vertical loop around there? Oh, we're not doing it like that. Not doing it like that, I won't. Maybe this lets me do it. No. This is going to be one of those ones. The only problem with building loops in this game is they're going to just cheat for a moment. This is not going to be the roller coaster I build. I just want to see where my loop actually needs to be. So, right or left? No, that won't work. So, 0 feet doesn't work. I have a feeling this is actually not quite low enough. So let's go and do an S bend left and let's see if that will work. So I'm going to try a vertical loop. Yes, that'll work. So that's what I need to do in order to make the vertical looping work. So now I've got my loop in place. And then I'm going to kind of come around here and try to get this. So that is my kind of problem here. This kind of needs to be bigger. I think I will probably get away with this. Possibly. And let us see. Let's see if we get away with this. That's getting a little bit on to the point of how much can you get away with on the lift hill. So 50 feet is a little bit too much. So let's keep that. So let's go up one step higher. It's not quite to that level on that. Okay, so I need to go down a little bit before I turn around. And there we go. So I can put my on-road photo section in here. So there we go. So we have a nice little loop that goes around the lift hill, and then we can just go straight up and back over the lift hill like this. There. I'm down from that sort of 30 feet. And that will probably do. And that will probably be enough as a coaster. So coasters don't need to be big. Coasters really little tiny coasters. And this is still going to give us the same increase in the soft guest cap. It's still going to give us the same kind of boosts. And you don't need coasters to be huge. I just feel that I always keep going on and on and on about. But it is this is the kind of the strategy with this game is to not spend too much on coasters. So yes, let's call that the Airbus A320, which is, you know, again, all about being fairly compact, not sort of oversized. And then we've got quite a lot of these kind of things which are kind of plain fuselages, maybe like that. So maybe another purple roller coaster. Say another purple one. I don't think we have a purple roller coaster. So, we take a few too many lateral G's somewhere. So let's go fixing that. So it's just this bit at the end, and we can fix this by just popping some brakes on. So this is the only slight thing with coasters that are kind of, you know, short, especially with other things like these launch lift hills. They do tend to have a tendency to they'd be a little bit fast when they go back to the station. And for years I used to build my coasters. I used to always try to get them down to 20 miles an hour naturally by the station. And there's a couple of ways you can get around it. One is you have a smaller lift hill, you just do this. You would just elevate your station. So your trains are sort of losing a lot of momentum coming into the station. The other is just use brakes, which will fail if you have the station brakes failure. So they're not quite sort of the be-all and end-all of this, but at least that gives you a little bit of leeway. So yes, that has pretty good stats as well. And they get to save that for future. So and there we go. So A320. So I'm still building kind of custom roller coasters at the moment with this Amity Airfield. Let's build another twister roller coaster. These are really good. And so, but if I get towards the end and I start finding that just, you know, I've wasted too much time on the you know, building custom things. Ooh, and there's a little bit of path that I never cleared away. Okay, let's get rid of that. So this one again, a little time, just up to 25. We're doing even, yeah. Let's go to 25 feet. Let's launch. No, let's not. Let's see how little we can get away with on this. So now going to go down. And then let's make this a small helix down. And there's a little helix. And then we're going to kind of come out through here and then just go back. I'm just going to tuck back under the coaster. Now I think if we just go up a little bit, and we'll be able to do a half corkscrew. Maybe actually no. Let's see. Maybe 5 feet will actually be okay because we don't have a huge lift hill here. So let's see if we can do that. Let's see if we can do just a little corkscrew like that. Go through there. I'm going to put my on-ride photo section in here. That might be a little bit fast, but let's see. Let's see if we get away with this. This will come back around here, so we need to be at 5 feet for this. Do we? Yes. Yes, so we need to 5 feet for that. So let's build this. Let's bring this round here. So a little bit, maybe a slightly longer train. Give it a little bit more. Not sure longer train will actually be a good idea here. This might give it too much momentum, but let's see how we go. Let's see, test this. This might have too many lateral G's going through the corkscrew, but we don't know until we try it. So well, and let's have a look. No, the lateral G's through the corkscrew is not a problem. It's actually this ending again. So maybe, well, I've got a little bit of time and space, haven't I? So maybe what I can do is I can go through a corkscrew like that, and then maybe you can go through a sort of barrel roll. And this will be at quite a height, so this should be okay to go through the corkscrew. And then we just need to make sure we go left and right like that, and then that's a little bit high there, isn't it? So So maybe just an S-bend. We come down here. And let's see if we get away with this. This might still be a little bit fast. The shorter train as well will bleed off a lot more speed as it goes round. It's probably quite an exciting roller coaster, I think. Yes, it does better on the corkscrews because they... Well, in fact, not actually too fast coming into there. There we go. It's quite high for lateral G's, but not overly high. And we'll get away with that. Something good to call that. Yes. Let's call this Learjet. Let's make that. So I want to... We already have that kind of colour scheme. And let's do a little bit more. Let's do a sort of dark pink. Let's give some moody roller coaster. Ooh, and we have rain. There's not many people are going to be riding. They're going to be all the paths. And they might get upset about that. Let's see. So I like this. I like this ride as well. This is actually quite a nice little roller coaster. Let's save that as well. Really get some quite good pre-made designs set up. Okay. And yes, so let's have... We don't want to cheese too much. Ooh, we've got a new frill ride. Roto Drop. So I'm going to pop that there. Not build a huge one. And just build a medium-sized Roto Drop. Let's build a queue line through here. This might be a little bit too much there, so let's put a straight queue line. So, yes, I'm going to call this rotary control tower. So very big on the tower rides, this theme park. The fire, which just keeps going despite it being wet. Never mind, eh? So, this... Well, it's a little bit which just comes down here. I wonder if we could fill some of this with water. I need to find the key which gets rid of paths, that gets rid of guests, that gets rid of that. Oh, and apparently see-through paths doesn't have a shortcut key for me. I wonder why. I wonder what I'm missing there. Oh, well. Let's just build these. Sort of drag these down like this. So I can put some water in there. And that would increase the excitement of the ride as well, putting water in it. So there is a kind of method to that madness. It's not just me pointlessly spending money. And of course time, which is actually a resource which is more constrained in Amity Airfield. Anything else? Yes. Right, let's open that. Oh, that's pretty exciting as well. Should contribute a little bit to the guest cap. Should give us some more. So it's July, we're in the middle of year 2, and we're still at only 1262 guests. And so really we want some, well, this I think maybe the guests will slow down a little bit. We're building the Evolve roller coaster. Let's see this. No, because we do need to keep building roller coasters to attract them. They're going to go around here. And just build a path around the edge of that. This is not the imaginative nice paths which go through the roller coaster and interact with it in pleasing ways. This is just sort of a straight path around the edge. Let's do that. Let's have we've got some shops there. We probably don't need too many. And let's have this. And this. What should I call this? And this would be Chicken Rocks. And in fact, yes, what we could do is we could have what's more indie than indie rock, more alternative than alternative rock. Is rock style free. And there's some rock style free there. And maybe some coffee. And yes, let's call this pick me up. Okay. I'm not going to worry too much about pricing these more, because I think actually money is less of a problem than I expected with this scenario. I expected money to be pretty horrible, but it's actually not. let's have let's have another one of these. Another launched freefall here. So I'm going to let's build that. Could give it a different operating mode, I suppose. And this is I think this has an operating mode where it just goes to the top and then drops. So that would launch, yes. Let's do that. So I'm going to call that the Punisher. And it goes up. And it goes nicely up to the top, and then it will just drop. This is the kind of launch freefall that I'm more used to. These are the ones that I've been on where they just push you up to the top and then. And they do that. Usually the ride operator is a little bit meaner, and they tend to sort of leave you dangling for a while, and sometimes not even release it at the same time that the soundtrack says it's going to release. It's always a good shock, that one. Okay. 1,200 gets. I really want to get to kind of 2,000 by the end of the year, because that then gives me a sort of a year to kind of chill out a little bit. No inverted impulse coaster, that. And these don't have great soft guest caps. And these are a little bit of a sort of not so good ride for guest cap, but you do have the thing, they are quite cheap and easy to build. So if you had the pre-mates, you'd see that there's actually pre-mates with this. So you can just pop that there. Ooh, does this? Will this actually? Oh yes, that's actually not enough ride. So let's put a little bit more ride. 110 feet, 20 feet. So, and then you just sort of come down out to the end, and then into the station. And that's it. That's really all that is. So it's kind of fair that it doesn't have an amazing guest cap, because it really is sort of quite a cheap and easy ride to build. So and this still gives you sort of like the kind of 70 guests or so, I think, maybe 75. I forget. I haven't looked at the source code for it. This is it. Ah yes, we need a little bit more boost to actually get it to do its thing. So will it work? One circuit. It might want 2 circuits as well. So let's build this. And there we go. See what the excitement of that is. And that's a little bit of a... And they're going to call it JTO, which is obviously rocket-assisted takeoff. Let's see, this a little bit short. It might want a little bit... Ooh, an award. That's good. That will help the guest generation along. So it's not too bad. Yes, and I can leave it at that. So it needs a path leading from its entrance. So and there we go. And let's give it a little bit. It's quite a nice colour scheme anyway, I think. Some that fiery. And this maybe have some orange on it, yeah. And there we go. And that looks good. Yes, we'll ride it. Good. It's not so extreme that they won't. And then we could probably have... Ooh, can we have some orange flowers to go with it? And the orange and red flowers, yes. It's a little bit of theming. So, okay. So now, more rides, more roller coasters. So I want a little bit of space to be able to fix this, but probably fit a little roller coaster in there. Let's have a little inverted hairpin coaster again. These don't do an amazing amount for the guest cap, but they're also pretty easy and cheap to build. So we're just going to have a little one which goes round like this. And really, that's a little bit extreme, but so just going to have it go above the station for a little bit. And then kind of come around here. And drop a little bit more so it can go under there. Let's see how that goes. So maybe just go around there like that. And then, oh no, it doesn't need to go around there like that. So might actually be a little bit. Yes, that needs a little bit more. And kind of goes. What I'm going to do is actually go to bring it around here a little bit. And then we're going to sort of go down there. So we're actually going sort of down to 5 feet here. And then we go down 0 feet here. And maybe we might need some brakes. They didn't know that or not, but it feels like a brake or two wouldn't go amiss there. There we go, right. And entrance there, and then exit there. Build a little queue line. Ooh. Oh, it's actually in the way there. Oh, okay. So fine. Entrance there. Let's see if that. So these are not great capacity rides, so not much for queue line. It's just going to go like that. So. Let's make this sort of nice dull green and then some bright green on it. Ooh, this a little bit too much. Some Bordeaux red. We use Bordeaux red a lot, actually, haven't we? And maybe dark brown. There we go. Yellow. And then I'm going to call this Sopwith. And oh yes, we got away with it. Now, does this actually meet the stats this long enough? I can't remember how long these have to be, or whether they have a stat requirement for length. We will find out. Yes, it's beat the stat requirement, so that's quite good. Okay, so that really contributes another 60 or so to the guest cap. So there we go. It's still got a fair bit of park left, not a fair bit of money left. So let's just build some more. Let's see. So I don't want to go touching anything around there, cause that's just going to make it even more painful to build out of there when I do actually need to. So just going to come through here and then build sort of path through here. Should be good. And there we go. The little path goes through there. And actually, what we could do as well is have some extra path. Just hold a few more guests that goes through here. There we go. Hopefully we won't have too many guests getting lost or sort of stuck around there. They're not the greatest pathfinders. Apparently this was a thing that when Chris Sawyer was building the game, he wanted to have really good guest AI. They would be able to find rides and sort of navigate through the park. And then he sort of wrote it's like, well, the performance of computers in 1999, that wasn't really that feasible. And these, well, actually, kind of, you do get lost in parks if they're not very well laid out. That does happen. So yes, that's decided that yes, this was fairly good as it was. That you did need to build logical paths. Now let's see. Let's have we should have. We want another twister and we want another laydown coaster. This is the thing that I always have a problem with in the Amity Airfield is I find this just 3,000 ES goal is not too bad. That's all fine by me. I kind of know how to play the game to a certain extent, and they're not too fussed by the guest goal. But this constant thing that you just there's only really 2 or 3 ride types are actually good. So you're just building the same coaster over and over again. And let's make that a little bit more. That's something which I don't like so much about this scenario. Really, difficulty is totally fine. It doesn't matter in the slightest. But yes, the building the same coaster over and over again, that I don't like so much. So let's build a double corkscrew. Of this, let's build a proper corkscrew. This, and then we're going to have a kind of a tricky time because we're going to have to kind of get this coaster round and back to the start, which means kind of going. I guess a little bit up and over the twister coaster there. So can we make that go? Can we make that go around there? Yes, we can. Oh, that's good. So I want to just be testing this to make sure that this actually does work. So let's go down a little. Actually, no, I don't want to go down too much because I need to clear this path. So over here. Now, do I have my on-road photo section? I don't, so... Probably doesn't need to be banked through there. Never mind. This is going to be a very tight turn through here. I'm not sure if I'm going to get away with this. No, I'm not. I'm not going to be able to bring that through there. So let's go back with this. So this kind of really doesn't need to be banked. So you can bring this down a little bit more. I'm going to go for... Let's bring this down to sort of 10 feet. Have a kind of head chopper element. So there we go. That's possibly better. Now, tell me to go over 15 feet over here. Yes, we can. Good. So even 10 feet was not really enough to get us through this. So there's a sort of 10 feet here. And that causes problems there. So just going to go down a little bit and then see if I can come back up. What I want to do is to spin around to the right. We're still 15 feet, so... in fact, no, what I need to do with this is to come round here. We drop down a little bit here. And then hope this isn't too tight a turn. I could possibly bank some of these, but... And now... I know what I need here. I just need this path to be a little bit different in layout, so hopefully those guests are going to find their way back to the path. They're not always good at doing this. Okay, so here we go. So here's our kind of problem. So this path needs to go through there and then go. Let's see. So this under there. Yes, there we go. Perfect. And then we just have our station platform 9. I'm just going to find somewhere to put the on-ride photo section. Maybe here was probably a good place. On-ride photo section there. Ooh, yeah. Yes, entrance not yet built. Let's build an entrance and an exit. There we go. They call it Constellation, I think. After the Lockheed Super Constellation and Super Constellation. And there's a little bit more zoom in the chain left. And they know what colours. What do we not use? Not really used had a light brown. And that's not really very constellation-y, is it? Salmon pink and white, maybe. A little bit bold. Yeah, ice and blue and white. Oh, that looks nice, yes. Ice and blue and white and then bright green trains. Not sure it's particularly constellation-y, but... just going to put the path kind of around and under here. And bring it back. And there we go. So that's the constellation. And let's see. Pretty good stats as well, actually. This is a nice compact roller coaster. Fairly good stats. Let's open that. We're now at kind of 1,500 guests. We are at the point where if we keep attracting guests at this rate, we would beat the scenario. But if you look at that, it's kind of slowed down after we got into year 2. So I really need to think about building some more coasters. And I think I'm going to have to build some of these pre-made. So let's do that. So let's build some pre-mades. So I'm going to put this A320 there. So that can be an A319. And open that. This should give me a decent boost. So, and Learjets. So Learjet, where can we fit Learjet in here? Oh yes, we can. And then you're going to call that. They're going to call that Sister Citation. Let's make it a little bit less obvious that this is just Learjet again. And let's give it bright pink. And white. And there we go. That's all good. So we've got another couple of roller coasters in there. That should help. We need some more handy again. Safety choice is broken down. That's not going to help the guest cap. The rides, when they break down, by the way, they do stop contributing to your soft guest cap. So having rides broken down actually does hurt your ability to maintain guests. There we go. Although your Cetacean is right next to Learjets, well, if it's busy, then you know where to go. You know there's an identical ride just around the corner. But anyway, I think that's a good little bit of guest management. I should check the guest management, actually. So we're actually hitting our problem now that happened in Crazy Castle, which is the guests running out of cash. So we should do that. So we should give them a cash point there, and we should give them a sort of cash point here. Rubbish at spelling alert bureau. I don't think that's working. So yes, I want them to run out of cash less. I want them also to not be needing to go to the toilet as much. Ooh, Cetacean has no path leading from its exit. Okay. This can be fixed. So this can be quite easily fixed. So let's quite easily fix this, shall we? So then just going to pop that there, and then this goes down there like that. And then we need the brown path to come across here. Oops. Oh, J2 in the way, yes. That's a problem. Okay, so that's fine, because what we can do is we just pop that there. And then we'll just close Cetacean briefly. And then let's move the exit here. That will work. There we go. There's a couple of guests who need to go to the toilet, so they're kind of, I don't know where they're originating, so I didn't really track them. So let's call that hangar shed. We struggle a lot with sick as well, and that's still quite bad. Probably because we have a lot of nauseous roller coasters, but yes, maybe that's something to fix. Anyway. That's looking up a bit. So we're getting towards the end of October year 2, and it's 1,600 guests. So I think we should be able to build a few more roller coasters. We should be well on our way to the 3,000 guest goal without really needing to touch that advertising panel. But that will be another episode, and I shall see you for that when it is released.